Are you thinking of moving to Holly Springs, North Carolina? Holly Springs has become a popular suburb of Raleigh over the last few years for many reasons, but there are some things about it that cause people concern. I'm Alison Wojnarowski, local broker and owner of Relocating. Please like and subscribe for our weekly content and join our Relocating to Raleigh social media groups to collaborate with thousands just like you. If you have any real estate needs, our team is one of the top in the area and we would love to help. Starting with the pros, pro number 4 involves Holly Springs' access to a variety of amazing breweries. Holly Springs is home to Carolina Brewing Company, one of the oldest breweries in the state and oldest in Wake County. It also has the popular Bombshell Beer Company, the first female-owned brewery in North Carolina, and is one of the top 10 best women-led breweries in the world according to USA Today. Both of these places are local favorites and have great atmospheres. But Holly Springs is also right next to Apex and Fuquay Arena, where you can quickly enjoy the offerings there as well. The Aviator is just a few minutes away near downtown Fuquay Arena and is definitely on the list of being one of the best breweries in the whole area. Moving on, pro number 3 are the benefits of completing the outer belt line called I-540. The outer loop around Raleigh called I-540 has been under construction for quite a while. It began north of Raleigh and is now in the construction phases southwest and soon to be southeast of Raleigh. While construction can be a pain now, once completed, the whole Holly Springs area will see a number of benefits. First off, this should help ease some of the traffic on Highway 55 and will provide much quicker access to RTP, RDU Airport, and the Durham and North Raleigh areas in general. And with the benefit of easier travel, additional development will follow and demand for the area will increase. The increase in demand will ultimately drive up home values, just like what happened in North Raleigh, West Cary, and Apex. So for those on the fence of buying now or waiting in Holly Springs, I would highly suggest getting in now while the home values are still relatively low, as it will be a good investment over time. Next up, pro number 2, Holly Springs has some amazing neighborhoods. There is a great variety in Holly Springs of both established and new construction neighborhoods. And you get pretty good value for your money as the price per square foot currently averages around $225. Sunset Ridge has a network of quite a few interconnected neighborhoods that have an established feel and are absolutely stunning to drive when the leaves change, as the streets are lined with trees. Holly Glen is another great family-friendly neighborhood with plenty of trees and amenities. 12 Oaks is one of the most popular newer construction neighborhoods in the area, as it has its own country club within the community, and Wood Creek and Honeycutt Farms are 2 other new construction favorites. The schools are also great in this area, with Holly Springs and Holly Ridge schools. So that brings us to our number 1 pro about Holly Springs, which is its park system. Holly Springs has put a lot into their parks, and it's become one of the biggest strengths. Beyond having easy access to both Harris and Jordan Lakes for boating, Bass Lake is one of the most popular outdoor spaces in the area. It's a beautiful lake with natural walking trails that also connect to the area's greenway system. Thug Farm at Bass Lake is a massive space that hosts major outdoor events and has its own access to Bass Lake as well as a variety of other trails, a dog park, and an archery field. Ting Park was built for sports, as there are well-manicured soccer fields and tennis courts, as well as a baseball stadium where the collegiate summer ball Holly Springs Salamanders play. Wamba Park is another great all-around park that has playgrounds for any age and more sports fields for kids to enjoy. So these are some of the best parts about living in Holly Springs, but let's get into some of the things that drive people crazy about living there. Starting with number 4, much of Holly Springs is within close proximity to a nuclear power plant. Duke Energy, the area's main electrical utility, has its Sharon Harris nuclear power plant just west of Holly Springs, which puts much of the town within the 10-mile radius that is known by the utility as the emergency planning zone. So if there were ever an emergency at the power plant, those within the 10-mile radius would be the first that would require action. There are also periodic testing of the warning sirens that are placed within the 10-mile radius every few months, but these tests are communicated in advance. While this may sound scary, nuclear power plants are all over the country, and so many people live within these zones. The government closely monitors these plants, and they've been providing safe and reliable energy for many years in the country without incident. Personally, I know quite a few people who have worked at the plant or for Duke Energy, and I wouldn't hesitate to live within these zones myself. Next up, con number 3, the lack of historic feel in comparison to other suburbs. Now, many people may not care about this, but for those who do like historic charm, you won't find much of it in Holly Springs. The downtown area is newly built and a very nice space, but this obviously means it doesn't have that historic feel that neighboring Cary, Apex, and even Fuquay-Varina have. If this is important to you, those neighboring suburbs are very short drives away, so you can easily still experience it. Moving into our next con is number 2, the landfill. Landfills are necessary evils and are placed as far away as reasonably possible from developments and neighborhoods, which was initially the case with the landfill in Holly Springs. However, the rapid development of the area has neighborhoods and commercial spaces immediately adjacent to this landfill, and when the wind blows, it can be a stinky nuisance. So when looking for a home in the area, make sure you spend some time outdoors and make sure you don't smell the odor. And talk with your realtor and neighbors as well to see if the home is in a troublesome area. It's certainly better than it used to be, but the landfill is slated to remain open until the mid-2030s. When the landfill is closed though, home prices in the immediate area will rise, just like they did in North Raleigh after the landfill off Durant Road closed and became a beautiful park. Moving on to the reason that Holly Springs residents complain about the most is the traffic along its major roadways. Holly Springs relies heavily on Highway 55 to US 1 and Holly Springs Road for commuting. Holly Springs Road is mainly a one-lane road, and Highway 55 and US 1 are relied upon for many residents living in the surrounding suburbs as well. These limited number of options leave these highways pretty crowded during rush hour and cause quite a bit of frustration for residents. The completion of I-540 is projected to alleviate some of this traffic, but I would suggest commuting outside of rush hour whenever possible in this area. The popularity of Holly Springs has really grown over the last 5 years, and while it certainly has its pain points, there's so much to love about it. I hope this video was helpful, and if you want more information on the area, please take a look at some of our other videos or visit our website. Please reach out via the contact information in the description below if you need assistance finding your next home in Holly Springs or anywhere in the greater Raleigh area. I'm Alison Wojnarowski with Ray Realty, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video.